The crew and I headed for Hollywood, where my pal Micheal Irvin was doing a photo shoot for the gay fashion and lifestyle magazine Out. Michael's an NFL Hall of Famer and former star player for the Dallas Cowboys. He now hosts a radio show on Miami's WQAM that I appear on with some frequency. Michael has a bad boy past, but he stays out of trouble now. He's straight. The article for Out magazine is about his relationship with his gay brother.
My brother, and he's gone on to be with God now. Vaughn, who I love very much, you know, he was homosexual. Now, as a young man, I didn't understand. I didn't understand it, and you hear so many things just growing up in the neighborhood, derogatory things. Oh, this, all that, saying a lot of derogatory things, so I took it as a negative, and I'll never forget one day my dad and I were driving, I was just a young kid, and it was a night, and we saw my brother walking, and he was dressed as a woman, but I knew it was him. And I looked, and my dad, who was a minister, looked at me, and I said, was that Vaughn? He said, yes, that was your brother. He said, and you love your brother. And that was it. I tried to understand it. And as I went on to play ball, went to college, University of Miami, got a degree, graduated, went on to the Dallas Cowboys. I made some bad decisions off the field. And then I got with my bishop, Bishop T.D. Jakes, and we started working inside of me to find out why have I had some of the issues that I've had. And he's the only guy I really opened up to, just talked about everything with. And it was revealing to me, you know, because when I sat down and really poured out my heart, we went back to that day that I saw my brother. We went back to maybe that's the residual of the fear that I've had, because I thought if my brother is wearing clothes, 80 clothes, am I going to be doing it? I thought it was maybe, is it hereditary, is it genetics, or am I going to be doing it? So when you deal with all of those things, confusion comes in. And I think I wanted to show everybody that I wasn't, so I grabbed as many ladies as I could. Growing up, it was whoever has most women and the nicest car, he's the man. He's the man. So this is what was perpetuated through the years. Once I started opening up and talking about it with Bishop, you kind of remove the big monster out of the room, you know. But for a man, getting to that place to share that this was a fear of mine, and you know, that was a huge step for me. It was a huge step. I think the fear that I had is the fear that a lot of them have. Like when you're talking in a locker room, you're talking about 53 naked men walking out of a shower, heading to their locker. Nobody's going to bring up anything there, you know, because you're afraid that if they say, oh, it's on your mind, are you see what I'm saying? I look around and I say, well, you know, I was afraid. And I'm not gay, but I was afraid to even let anyone have the thought. So I could imagine the agony, or if you want to say, really being a prisoner in your own mind for someone that wanted to come out. If I am not, and I was afraid to mention it, I can only imagine what he must be going through if he is. You see what I'm saying? I can only imagine that. I do believe it would have taken quite a man to stand up in that room, or to stand up in any NFL locker room and make that known. It's going to take quite a man.